morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm, and this is Ramblin' with Rusty. So, welcome to launch day for Elder Scrolls Online's newest chapter, Gold Road. Launched just an hour or two ago. We're going to take a break from our adventures through Rothgar. I'm actually going to play the new chapter today on my primary account with you guys, rather than on Rusty's account. But before we do that, I wanted to go through just a few of the patch notes with you, get you up to speed on what to expect with this new chapter before we take our first look. So, of course, this is version 10.0.5, the Elder Scrolls Online 10th Anniversary chapter, and it is set in the Colovian area of West Weald. And I gotta tell you, I was on the PTS when it was still being tested, and some of the visuals were absolutely stunning. This area, of course, was last seen in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and it's now under attack by some Daedric beasts and a brand new Daedric prince. What do we have to look forward? Well, of course, there is the new zone with what should be hours of new gameplay. We have new world events, a new way of working with our skills. They've introduced some skill styling, which should include new icons for a lot of the non-class specific skills. There is, of course, a new trial. I haven't been into that yet, but I'm looking forward to one day finding a group to hit that with. And as always, we have new items, new mythics, new antiquities, and new collectibles, along with a new tribute deck for Tales of Tribute. And it looks like we got some new homes and new furnishings, as always. So, base game, this is the stuff. So all of that I just mentioned comes with the Gold Road chapter update. Available in the Crown Store or not the Crown Store, but through ESO's store for $40 in its lowest form. And the base game update, this should hit everybody, regardless of whether or not you've bought the Gold Road chapter, since it is base game. Some improvements to the mail, hireling correspondence. They've also changed the expiration date on the mail. I've heard that they've reduced that from 30 days down to 15, which I imagine is about database management, but really, who knows? Guild Trader timers, I wonder what that's about. I'll have to go down and check it out. They've upgraded character resolution. Now, this environmental sustainability, that is something up above they mentioned specifically as being related to the Xbox. I'm not sure what that's about, but we'll stop and take a look at that as we go through. And they've, of course, added some new achievements, including a new one for the anniversary year, which requires you to have played through the storyline for the entire game. Now, it took me almost a year to play through all of that content back when Blackwood was still out, before High Isle released. So, if you want that achievement, you got about a year to get it before it probably locks up and goes away. So, if you want it, get going on it. Let's see. So, we got some issues with art and animation, combat and gameplay, combat and abilities. Let's see, that's known as your combat gameplay, combat and abilities, itemization and item sets and companions. And they've done a lot, of course, probably done a lot of fixes and improvements. So we're going to take a stroll down through here. See, 9 full-length objectives, 6 delves. Of course, 2 public dungeons. That seems to be the pattern for any of the expansion chapters. 6 world bosses, a 12-player trial, 3 new crafting locations, a special capper quest available to those who have completed both Necrom and West Weald storylines. Well, that should be interesting. Let's see, they got introduced the whole scribing system, which is a way to create more personalized versions of skills, or not even versions of skills, but more personalized skills. The new trial, the achievements can give you body and face markings, amounts, several titles, and several unique housing items. 10 new set items. Wow. Let's see, the tanking set, healing taken, max health, perfect gives more max health, critical damage when you're over 50%, and healing of your group members by 11%. So this will work for, wow, they want to put healers in a heavy set. Group members wearing Lucent Echoes cannot benefit from this effect. While you have 50% or less, reduce your damage taken from monsters by 20%. That's a pretty decent reduction. So basically, the only people that are going to be wearing this set are going to be the tanks and the healers. And wearing this set would mean that they can't benefit from the other player. So if the tank is wearing this set, he can't benefit from the extra healing. But I can absolutely see a bunch of DPS telling their healers, hey, you need to wear this set because it's going to benefit us, and we don't care about the tank. Let's see, new mythic items. I never pay much attention to these. While in combat, you gain 1 of 5 random buffs, which change every 10 seconds. And enemies gain 1 of 5 random minor debuffs, which are tied directly to the buff you've gotten. Nice. Okay, well, time to get into the game.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Originally, I wanted to do this segment on my very first character, a Nightblade tank, who started out as a Standblade, but eventually morphed into a Magblade after I got together with some people who knew something about the game and helped me figure stuff out. Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties with OBS, the program I use for recording my gameplay, I lost half of the original recording from Monday due to it not wanting to record the actual game screen in full screen mode. So, this brings us to today. It's Thursday, and Gold Road has been out for a few days, and we're going to go through and re-record what I recorded on Monday and give you guys that first look that I was talking about. Although for me, it's not really a first look anymore. But without further ado, here we go.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting. Ah, Proxy, I bear grim news. The secret Hermaeus Mora guarded has escaped, and Athelia is forgotten no more. Strange disturbances and disorder now rack these lands. West Weald suffers. But a secretive and violent order called the Recollection scours ruins throughout the Weald. Strange Daedric creatures harry the region, and the wood elf King Nantharian reigns over a newly grown forest, a sure sign the threads of fate have frayed. The lines of possibility that weave through reality and hold everything together. Athelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, has been set free. Her presence threatens both our world and the realms beyond. Let me mark your map. Frayed threads of fate point to Rustwall, the Ellenglin ruins, and Ostermere. And take this relic, the Echonir. You might find it useful. That is not an easy question to answer. Athelia is a Daedric prince. No mortal can match her power without assistance, nor can Hermaeus Mora move against her while she walks our world. An ancient agreement that prevents many of the most powerful Daedric princes from directly manifesting on Nern. Athelia was imprisoned long before the deal was struck, so she and the Daedra that serve her are not party to its restrictions. Find her, observe her, discover her plans. Use the Echonir to reveal her memories. Mora chose you and requested I assist you. He believes you can help preserve reality from Athelia's threat. We know that Daedric relics such as the Echonir were used to help defeat Athelia in ancient times. Perhaps such items shall play a part again. For now, knowledge must be our weapon. They are all within West Weald, not far from the city of Skingrad. Which location are you curious about? Rustwall Estate is an old Colovian manor to the southeast, on the outskirts of Skingrad. Why Rustwall is important, I cannot say. Yet the threads of fate have been disturbed there, and we need to determine the cause. I am not sure. That is why I asked you to investigate. Ostermere is a Colovian town in the Strid Vale, not far from the southern edge of the New Forest. I have heard the Valenwood Forest mysteriously expanded across the River Strid and replaced the previous Colovian terrain. The wood elves who settled the area call it Dawnwood. King Nantharian rules a new Bosmer realm beneath its thick canopy. Ellenglin is a substantial Ayleid ruin that lies north of Skingrad. A lonely and peaceful spot, or so I have been told. Yet the threads of fate simply vanish in the vicinity. A phenomenon I have never observed before. We must determine why.
Pretend you never saw me, traveler.
We're done here. Agreed, you arse.
Here for his bones. Fine. Real rotten ruin of all the days. I'm sorry you had to see that, traveller. Our family drama is a poor welcome to Vashabar. Those two old timber pigs were our fathers. My beloved Clendigal and I simply can't get them to see reason. We want to be married, and our fathers, trees take them, won't hear of it. You just saw the backside of an argument we've had many times. This was the last. Clen and I are going to leave. Start a new life. They don't see eye to eye on anything. It's like they want to grind each other into bone meal. Long story. If you're inclined, find my Agawen Cyril and tell her we're leaving. We need supplies, and she might be willing to help us. Cyril's my aunt. She owns the beer garden at the center of town. You can't miss her. Ifray, the singer himself, must have sent you. Thank you, traveller. I'm slightly exaggerating. But while the language of my people is expressive and beautiful, we have no word for fundamentally disagree with to the point of violence. My father's a Green speaker and devout follower of the Green Pact. Clendigal's father is an important envoy for King Nantharian's Dawnway. If they weren't so worried about appearances, they'd have punched each other in the bits by now. They hated our match long before we crossed the River Strid and Vashabar was grown. But the last few months have been tense to the point of breaking. We tried one last blighted time to convince them, as you saw, and failed spectacularly, damn it. It's our newly grown home. We're a clan of wood elves, originally from Valenwood. We follow the Green Pact, but a number of us support the Dawnway as well. We crossed the River Strid when the forest of Valenwood extended into West Weald. Depends who you ask. Some believe the Green grew the forest and led us here to establish Vashabar. Those who follow the Dawnway see it as a sign we were meant to reclaim the land of our ancestors, provided you believe we're descended from Aliads.
Welcome, traveller. This is the Vashabar Garden of Ale. I'm the owner and host, Cyril. Did I hear raised voices just now? Was that Lainey and her father? Green preserve me. My brother Nidalee are an old mint for the problem here, sure enough. They've never seen eye to eye. But since Vashabar grew, their views have petrified like ancient bark. Neither will bend, but it's the lovelies who suffer. Easy enough. I'll do it. But look, Lainey and Clendigal deserve love and their village both. Can you go talk to those old goats? Tell them their children plan to leave. Maybe that will make them finally see... How can you... I have just the thing. Take these. I brewed up a few casks of Jaga earlier this week. Offer them a drink, and maybe they'll be more inclined to listen. I'll be over by the stables when you're done. Those old mammoths should be in pod houses around the village. And don't worry if they get cranky. They're more bark than branch, if you take my meaning. Was there some...
This one heard about a new forest and had to come see.
If Freeze needs a stranger, welcome. What can this old green speaker do for you? My sister sent you? Yeah, with Jagger, no less, eh? Well, what's my sister up to this time? Well, I'll drink with you, stranger, and I'll hear what you have to say. Cyril does make some mighty fine Jagger. Rabbit dung! Laney will be our next green speaker. Has she never abandoned her duty to the green? Damn Mint and his Dawnway spawn! Are there weeds in our garden? I won't allow this marriage. I'll make that clear to Laney. As soon as I finish this Jagger.
Is it true you saved those priceless relics from the worm cultists in Rulanul's Fall? What a brave gesture.
Ah, a visitor to our fair village. Perhaps you'd like to hear about the Dawnway, the new path forward for Bosma and Vashabar. I can tell you all about it. Jagger? From Cyril? For me? What's this all about, stranger? Ridiculous. Clendergall belongs here. I want him to see the world from the top of the canopy, not the bottom of the forest floor. To see the world as our King Nantharian sees it. Our king plans for the future, for our people, for Vashabar. No, he can't marry the daughter of a green speaker. The outdated customs of the Green Pact have held my people back for far too long. I understand what you and Cyril tried to do here, but my mind is made up. Now excuse me. I need to fight.
There you are. I've got a good start on gathering supplies for Laney, and those two could give lessons in cussedness to a timber mammoth. And now they'll be looking for the loving couple. Damn. My niece can't leave. If only... If their fathers won't budge, can we convince Laney and Clendergall to stay?
Very slow jog. Almost like walking. Yes.
Okay.
I know those two. They'd never be happy as outcasts. If they stay, there's always a chance we can sort this out. I still need to work on these supplies. Would you be willing to talk to some friends of the families? Get them to encourage, Gandelian. He's Laney's grandfather. Helped her walk for the first time. And Melaniel, Clendergall's tutor with a blade. Both of them.
Another student, perhaps? Battler, are you looking to practice the blade? In the mood for a sparring match? Clendergall, leave? But the village is freshly grown. And it feels like just yesterday I was helping him choose a training blade. I know how much he loves that young woman. If they think they have to leave town to be married, Well... Nope, I'm sorry. They want to go, I respect their decision. But I'll go find Cyril. Hopefully I can see the couple before they depart the village. I'll kick Clen in the arse if he tries to leave without saying goodbye. I have so much respect for Minth. It kills me to think he won't listen to his own son. And when everything we've worked for is so close at hand. I'm an accomplished blade dancer, and work with Minth as an envoy of the Dawnway. Before we left Valenwood, I taught everyone who asked the way of the sword. Wish I'd had a chance to do more. Bit of a pompous term for someone that's good at fighting with a sword, innit? I heard it from a high elf in mixed training at a Dominion base. I kinda liked it, so I made it my own. With my whole heart. I saw more than enough during my time with the Dominion military to know we need a better tomorrow. A glimmering dawn on the horizon.
Already.
Ah, a visitor on a mission, like a ringtail after a beetle. A new face in Vashabar, beautiful like the pelt of a Sench tiger cub, fresh from the den and curious about the world. No! What? No! All of a sudden I'm back, holding Lainey's hand as she takes a shaky step like a fawn in a glade. Oh, my heart. This is because of their fathers, isn't it? Nedderlear, you fool. I can't. I teach the children if they want to leave, they should. It would be wrong to say different to Laney. But, you should... I'm not sure. It's just an idea. Maybe a nudge from the singer himself. The Wilderhall holds the ancient knowledge of our clan. Perhaps there's something in there that will set Laney and Clendergall free. Like a flock of... I'm trying to keep the hope alive in my heart, traveler.
Ah, the outsider. How goes you? I've seen you running to and fro, traveler. On a quest to help our young couple, I believe. How goes the journey? Nedderlear will not bend. Minth will not sway. They revere our culture, but learn nothing from the trees. If the couple chooses to leave, I will not speak against them. Every living being must be allowed to grow as it wills. So says Ifri, so say I. It is a repository of knowledge from Valenwood, a connection to the deep history of our people. I hoped the singer might send you my way. I believe a text from the hall may offer a solution. It allows a Bosmer community to determine its future, to step in where growth has stagnated. If Laney and Clendergall perform the rite, Vashabar can make its voice known. And not even Nedderlear or Minth can silence the voice of the village. The Wilderhall is just east of here. The rite may be just what Laney and Clendergall need.
Traveler.
It's been some time since we've had a new leaf blow into the wilder hall. Most assuredly. Rite of propagation. That would be in the far back corner, with our oldest documents. You're welcome to take it. Just please be careful. That scroll made a place of learning and an archive of knowledge. Beneath the roots of a many small village in Valen Woods, you'll find libraries just like ours. The darkness and cool air keeps the scrolls preserved. Just like wine, they get more precious with age. Singer be praised. To look at, I never even thought to, with the fathers hunting for them.
Damn it! Fine. Then we make for Varen's Wall.
Right. From there, we head for Anvil. But it's... Oh, Traveler. Hello. I see Cyril found you. This is a happy place for us, Traveler. I hope you've come with news to match. An old scroll. Huh. I've never heard of this before. The rite of propagation. We gather some symbols, present them to friends and family, and ask the village what it thinks we should do. Traveler, with this we might not have to leave. The spinner? I didn't even know he liked me. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to us. We've been on a blade's edge since we spoke. We've already asked you for so much. The Dawnway means so much to me and my family. It draws from Ayleid culture, and there are several Ayleid ruins nearby. A mosaic from the ancient empire of the Heartland Elves would perfectly represent me to the village. She's been mouthing words at me over your shoulder. Meet her where we began the ceremony to grow Vashabar. She thinks a dormant seed pod will represent her quite well. I'll mark your map, and we'll...
I can't rotting believe it. Can you rotting believe it, Clem?
Ha! The sooner we get those symbols, the faster we can start planning the wedding.
There's plenty of meat to be had at Dawnwood.
Traveler, be careful. Bugs are plenty here. They're drawn to remnants of the ritual, and they're likely to be territorial. They won't give up the pod without a fight. Thank the singer, that's over. I'll be hearing that rotting buzzing for days. Got it. Let's get out of here. See you back in Vashtabar. We faced the bugs. Now, to face my father.
I'm here, friend. If you're ready, let's head inside. The wildlife down here might see us as a threat. The Heartland Elves never did anything halfway, did they? Troll! That's a big troll! That's it, traveler. An alien mosaic that represents me perfectly. Someday we'll have to explore this ruin more completely. Not today, though.
If you have a weapon, I need a hand.
We appreciate that you would help.
Vashabar, Laney, and Clendigol have returned. Let them be heard.
Cyril, what's the meaning of this? Someone explain to me what's going on. You again. My sister's co-conspirator. Well, spit it out. Tell me what's going on. A rite of propagation. Did you put them up to this? There hasn't been a rite like this enacted since I was a child back in Valenwood. What does my daughter hope to accomplish with this? Outrageous. I'll drink my jog. I'll stand here, I suppose. Neither myth nor I can stand in the way of tradition, even if I don't like it.
Vashabar, we need your help. Laney and I want to marry.
As you all know, our fathers refused to support us. And so, we invoke the rite of propagation, an ancient Bothma custom.
We gathered these symbols, representations of our roles in the village. An Ayleid mosaic for me.
And a green spring seed for me. Friend, you helped us find them. Please bring them forth.
These symbols represent our commitment to the village and to each other.
Our future lies in whatever you decide. Do we have your support?
Well, what do you say, Vashabar? Do you support this union?
Aye!
Ha! There it is. Congratulations, you two. Let's give the couple a moment. Drinks for everyone.
All right, you old arse. The village has spoken, so let's make the best of this.
I suppose you're right, you bastard. If we're gonna be kin, let's
This
get
hardly
the
feels
drinking
real. Say rotting stand with us. I don't know whether to dance or cry. I think I'll do both, after Clem and I have a few of Cyril's potent drinks. Let's get through this party first and let the village sober. I can't thank you enough.
To think this all started with shouting. Ha! Do you know how long I've been trying to smack some sense into my brother? Or old Mince? I don't think about the singer much, but I might go listen to Belle Wellis preach.
Belle Wellis has always tried to teach us to listen when a singer tells a tale. Perhaps this situation will be good for the village. Since before we crossed the street to settle Vashabar, there's been a tension in the clan. In the ways of the ancients in conflict with our devotion to the grain. Yes, just so. Perhaps my daughter's union with Clendigol might build a bridge across that divide. And you know, deep down, our two beliefs aren't all that different. Not really.
I'm going to look at this the way I think our ancestors might have. What seems today like the end of a tale might... I don't know. I'm still trying to adjust. But our ancient ancestors faced adversity and still made it to Valenwood. Escaped an old life to start a new one. Perhaps that's what happened here today. And I do like Laney.
We need to be prepared, just in case. Rich folk healers are some of the finest in the world. In our next cultural exchange, I will demonstrate a rich healing spell.
Hear that, traveler? The crash of swords on shields, the roar of soldiers. A battle already rages for Feldegard Keep. I rode at breakneck speed to deliver news. Daedric forces seek to overwhelm the Legion cohort defending the keep. The legionaries here are capable, but there's something about this attack. In addition to defending the major roads to the north and east, its proximity to the... We need to take stock of the situation before we head inside. Head to the market overlook. We'll take stock of the situation there. Damn, they breached the wall. Damn. The legionaries barricaded the area past the breach. Can't go through there. There's a side entrance to the southwest. It's obscured by overgrowth, so there's a good chance it hasn't been noticed. We'll try. Marion commands the troops. The door is recessed between a gap and some rocks. I wouldn't call it a hidden... The door is behind that gap in the rocks. Stay alert while we look for Commander Marion.
They're climbing over the walls! We can't...
Tribune, praise the gods, we can use your help.
He's up on the wall. How can we help, Commander?
Stendar's blood, it's good to see you. We need all the swords we can get. And anyone traveling with Tribune Alea is always welcome in a fight. The most immediate threat is that they are slipping in all over the keep. I need to contain them in one spot if I'm going to bring my forces to bear. If we slow their progress, since my soldiers are up to their... You'll have to cut down an enemy or two, no question.
That'll stop any Daedra, if they have legs. Didn't even know Daedra could climb ropes. Careful! You need those hands to fight. I hope this makes them mad. That's all of the traps. I hope they hurt. That's all the ropes I can see. Good work.
For the
Commander,
guard marshal!
the ballista's destroyed. They'll breach the courtyard soon.
Blasted clever Daedra. Meet me in the courtyard.
Let the legionaries handle the Daedra. We need to reach the commander.
We'll guard this passage and fend off any Daedra.
The courtyard is through those doors.
Tribune, get that ballista in working order. Mercenary, you get the fun part. We thought those barricades would hold long. If the Daedra can't get close to the barricade, they can't not. Tribune Alea will repair the ballista. I gave you an order, mercenary. Grab that bucket of oil first. Now pour the oil around the barricades. Tribune, take a look out. Mercenary, finish repairing the ballista. The parts are by the back wall.
Commander, I see 2 legionaries trapped outside the barricade.
That did it! Now arm that ballista, target the oil, and set it ablaze. That should hold them back. Now crush those Daedra!
No! We lost the legionaries!
Nice targeting, mercenary. Get ready for the next wave.
We lost the legionaries. There's too many Daedra.
Keep it up! I see another wave approaching. That's it for the ballista. Tribune, look sharp!
Daedra emerging through the north door. With me, comrade.
Get down there and find out where they're coming from.
Comrade, you're with me. We crushed the Daedra's frontal assault and stopped them from getting past the barricade. But the ones who emerged from the barracks, where did they come? Living quarters. The barracks extend beneath the keep, and a dungeon is below that. I'm not sure how the Daedra could get in down there, but we should take a look. This attack is... I refuse. How are the barracks crawling with Daedra? I refuse to let... Ballista storage. See that lift? It brings them up into the courtyard. I refuse to let Dave... Near the enclave. Let's hope they haven't found it. The armory's just through those doors. Be ready for anything. That must be their commander. Keep low.
Go!
Take your forces and capture the keep. I will gather reinforcements in Miramore. As you command, Shard Marshal Vargas. We need to talk, comrade. That has to be there. Usually I'd leap the railing, go around the side. I could still leap this railing. Some Oblivion plane? Attack! You dare! Give me that blade, Vargas! Take abolish her if you can, mortal! No! Kill them, my Shardborn! Recover abolisher! The Shardborn are ending, mortal! More! I need more warriors! She called the blade Abolisher. It's all yours, comrade. Abolisher will be mine again, mortal. We shall definitely meet again.
Perhaps I'll ask about the portal later. Right now, I want to know if the keep is secure. The battle out here appears to be over, except for a few straggling Daedra. Are we in the clear? What did you find in the barracks? And portals under the keep. Well, that's an unexpected tactic. But I'm glad you and the Tribune took care of it. Without reinforcements, the remaining Daedra shouldn't pose too much of a... As safe as can be expected. We are a military installation, after all. We'll wipe out the remaining Daedra, then begin rebuilding the keep. I expect Tribunal... After this beating, who can say? Daedra don't behave in any rational way that I ever noticed. But we'll shore up the barricades, rebuild the wall. And there's always my tried and true methods. Fire and traps. Always go with proof.
You didn't hesitate to leap through the portal after me. You do this sort of thing pretty regularly, don't you? Shard Marshal Vargas, Miramore. What a desolate place. If that's where these Shardborn come from, we need to learn more. And the blade we took, Vargas called it a... I'll help bury the dead. A good officer gives credit where credit is due. You did good, comrade.
Another traveler informed me that the Wood Elves may have something to do with this house's condition. That's for later consideration, though. Right now, I want to lean at the same angle as the house, which doesn't help my painting technique.
I pray you aren't another... Julianus be praised, a friendly face. It seems the roads are far more dangerous than I was led to believe. We stopped to enjoy the breeze when a crazed brigand came out of nowhere and robbed us. One masked brigand and a pack of horrid beasts as she commanded. Frau Gotha did everything she could to protect me, bless her heart. But the thief made off with my entire dowry. Now I haven't enough. She disappeared into the nearby Firelight Cave. It took years to negotiate.
You're going to find Master Grandeur's stolen goods? Wonderful. If you make quick work of it, I should be able to have his evening clothes properly.
I was hired to deal with road thieves and pickpockets. I'm no beast tamer. Although after this I may try to pick the skill up. It was awfully impressive. I'll leave the cave delving to you, stranger.
What's this? Did my betrothed hire someone to retrieve his dowry? How quaint. You should be warned. My beasts don't like losing their toys, and they do love his shiny gifts. Tread carefully, adventurer. I've had my fill of impish fools with childish dreams. Doesn't Grander realize the opportunity I've given him? Why try to recover his bid for my hand? What joy can be found in a marriage fueled by coin? Help him if you feel so inclined, but be warned. The beasts of Firelight are ravenous. What use have I for collars of gold and silver? Contract be damned. I know my worth, and Grander should come to learn his. The Theriker grow restless. We have that in common. It's time we left these woods behind. I had dreams of being a great warden, you know. But these woods have changed. The land doesn't sing to me anymore. Return the dowry to Grander if you wish. I'm leaving all this nonsense behind. I'm certain Grander will wonder whether he was inadequate, unworthy of my love. And he'd be right. I've tamed beasts and monsters. I've no need for a mouse. I've taken what I need. Enough gold to start a new life, far away from here. You should do the same. I'm not here to fight. My family drama puts you in danger. I owe you some answers if you want them. A proper introduction, then. I am Amoro Verdelis, Grander's bride-to-be. You can tell him it was me. I'm certain my betrayal will make for quite the waterworks. I harbor no ill will toward the man, only what he represents. This contract. It's been years since they've taken any interest in my needs. Why would I care for theirs? They've made it plainly clear I wasn't the daughter they prayed for. Too quick to fight, too tough to bend, and still they tried to force me into shape. This cave was once a sanctuary from my parents, before this wild magic twisted it into something cruel. It was my second home, filled with beasts with softer smiles than the ones that raised me. Yes, and the creatures that lived within it, driven wild and feral. I did what I could to calm them, tend to their fear. I had hoped to take them with me, to return the favor and save them from this mess. I'm not sure, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell Grander's hired aide. Just know it will be far away from here, beyond the highlands and the overgrowth, beyond even the reach of my family's wealth. He's one of countless pampered nobles that look at these marvelous, newly grown woods and see only a profit to be made. They have no love for its beauty, and nor do I for their greed. So forgive me for not... Tell him what you will. I'm certain the scandal won't take long to spread. The Verdelis family's wild child finally making for the hills. I only wish I'd done it sooner. That's a pity. Tell Grander I have a sister, a sweet little thing eager for love, but warn him no dowry. Do it right. Court her. They need to decide for themselves, not our parents. Farewell, adventurer. Perhaps one day we'll cross paths again.
You've returned in one piece. I hope you gave that brigand what for. You're back? And with my dowry in tow. This is still plenty to impress the Verdelis' eldest daughter and secure her hand. I could kiss you, adventurer. Though I suppose I should save that for my bride-to-be. What's this now? Has word already spread of my ineptitude? My abject failure? Has the Verdelis family already dragged my name through the coals? Please, kind-hearted and dashing adventurer, end your silence and tell me. My? Immoral? What would drive her to steal her own dowry? Surely there must be some misunderstanding. These barbaric acts are far beneath her, let alone the Verdelis family name. At least it explains the warm rush I felt from her commands. Run away. I see. It's strange. I find myself so hurt by someone I never met. Who am I to begrudge someone for wanting? Well, I don't appreciate the chosen imagery. I get your meaning. Yes. Though the long road to betrothal is a lonely path up, I wonder what's to become of this dowry. Yes, of course, a delight. What a novel idea. Good news. The adventurer retrieved my dowry. We can continue on to Skingrad as planned.
Oh, please help. It's all destroyed.
Such a relief. And I'll be able to press and sort out your clothing in time for any balls or soirees.
How generous. The whole drink after nearly losing an arm.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call that an episode for the night. Sorry that I had to come back and re-record this for the episode. However, on my way through, I did see a few cool little vistas that I didn't see the first time. It will probably be late August or early September before we come here on Rusty's account. But in the meantime, I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.